Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to do another ring pour today. This is just a little sample I did just with black and copper. This was a couple of months ago, I think I did this one. No Floetrol in that. So what I'm going to do today is something similar to this. This is just a little card. This one is a bigger card. This is 30 by 40 centimeters. It's just a recycled sheet of cardboard and you can buy them bulk in that size. I just got these from eBay. So as you can see, I've written on the back here what I'm going to do, all my calculations of how much paint I need, what colours I'm going to do. So in here, these are my two colours that I'm going to use. They've both got copper in them. This one is just plain copper, global copper. This one is 50-50 copper and silver. So that makes like a rose copper, really pretty colour. And then we have our black, which is Artist's Loft. So what I'm going to do is a little bit different to this one. I'm going to put two colours. This is just the copper and the black. In this one I'm going to do copper, the rose copper and the black. So what I need to do is just measure out my black. And I worked out that I need about 300 grams of paint for this size. So I'm going to put 60 grams of black in the cup, and then I'm going to put 120 grams of paint on top of that, which is what I've got in here, 120. So 60 grams of black, and my mix as usual is Floetrol. So in the black here I have 2 parts Floetrol, 2 and 1 part paint, and I'm just measuring this off camera because I need a hard surface. So 60 grams of black in that one and 60 grams of black in this one. There's a little bit of black left for the corners, so we've got 60 of each in each of black. These cups is 120 grams, so I've got 80 of Floetrol and 40 of metallic, so 120 and 60. So I'm just going to pour this in from a height. Just going to mix that in. Not exactly sure how this is going to go, but I do like experimenting. And you can come along for the ride, see how it goes. No silicone in any of these colours. I do the same with this lovely pinky silver. Pour it in from a height. Scrape it all out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the light one first, and I'm going to pour that. No, I'm not. I want this light one to be in the centre, so I'm going to start with the darker one, pour that, and then pour this one on top of the other one. Right, so here we go. It's round and round in little circles. Hopefully I haven't got too much paint. I'd rather have too much than not enough. But in saying that, I have had little practice pours where I've had too much paint and tilted everything off. This should be enough. Okay, that's enough of that one. I'll start with the lighter one. Pour it in the same spot in the centre. Round we go, little circles. Floetrol on its own does create cells. So as this paint is mixing with itself into the Floetrol, into the other colours, it is creating little cells. One day I'm going to try a pour without Floetrol. I'm just going to try paint and water. See what happens. Okay, that's enough. I've got a little bit of paint left, but it's mainly all black, I think. So we'll leave that and see how we go with this tilting here. I've got a little bit of black left for my corners. I'll just put a little bit of that around, just to help the paint flow. It is spreading out on its own, as you can see, as it's sitting there, but we'll just do this just to help it along, make sure we get enough coverage to the corners. You can see some cells happening here. Should be interesting as to what's going to happen with this pour, these colours. I'm not doing very well with my left hand here. A little bit more up the top. It's going to be quite easily to go over the edge there because we've got quite a lot of paint here. Okay, let's start tilting. Keep it down low so you can see, otherwise you might be out of the frame. Around we go, this corner down here first. Over the corner, and back. Bring the weight of the paint back to the centre before you start tilting to the opposite corner. I should turn it around so you can see that corner. I'll go right to the edge because I do want a little bit of black. I like this little black corners here. Back over to this corner. And back, leaving a little bit of black negative space there. And always tilt a bit more later if we want to. I don't want to lose all this copper. And back around to this last corner down here. So we haven't got much of the dark copper left. Probably did have a bit too much paint on this. I'll have to do it again with less paint so I don't lose all my copper off the edge. Lots of interesting cells happening here. Let's go over the side there and back. With these little cards, you need to just hang on to an edge so that you don't lose the whole card off your little... This is a cake cooling tray. Okay, I might just leave it like that. Quite like that little design there. Okay. What do you think of that one? Turn it around. Might quite like that. I like what's happening in the centre here. Looks like a little galaxy. We've still got our black negative space, black corners. Just turn the light off, might be glaring at you a bit. I don't know if you can still see that or not. Open the blinds, let a bit of light in. Had the lights on overhead, so they can be a little bit glary. Alright, so I'll see what happens with that. It will change a bit. Looks as if there might be a little bit too much black in that because we've lost our shiny colour, a dark deep colour as we did on this one. So the black might have mixed too much and it's sort of made more of a grey. It's more defined over here. Anyway, it's a good experiment, and I'll be doing more, so watch this space. Bye for now.